spooky season, boys. Hi and welcome back to Lush Velvet Ghosters, and today I thought we'd do a little Q&A so you can kind of get to know me a little bit. I know I like to kind of get to know the people that I watch, and I thought it'd be a really fun way to interact with you guys, so let's see what you guys have asked. So the first question is from Unreliable Coaster Blog UK, hello, and they've asked, when and how did you become a theme park enthusiast? I like this question a lot. I first kind of became an enthusiast around probably 2016. I'd been to theme parks a little bit as a kid, but not like, it was like a fun day out, didn't really think much of it. I was scared of a lot of rides, and then in 2016 I went with a work trip and I was kind of introduced to more rides, went a few times in that year, started getting more excited about it, wanting to plan trips more, and I was kind of just sold. I think as well 13 was sort of the first big ride that I conquered, and I think it kick-started me wanting to do more and learn about the theming, learn about how the ride works. So yeah, I'd say a mix between group friend trips and 13. So these various people have asked what my favourite coaster is. I'm kind of going to be doing a top 10 in a few months, so this could change between now and then, or I could just be spoiling the ending. But at the moment it is Untamed at Wallaby Holland. I think it just has a really unique overall package. It has a really good variety of elements, really original kind of elements. There's no vertical loops or anything like that. It's super different. It really offered something of its own. It really kind of introduced me to this whole new league of rides, and just the whole thing is just stunning. Really well done, really smooth. So that is my favourite coaster in the world so far. My friend Christine has asked, how did you get so into coasters? I kind of explained it in that other question, but yeah, 13 was kind of the coaster that kicked that all off for me. I think just having friends who were in the same thing as well, making friends through Twitter and things who also introduced me to a lot of knowledge and things, that kind of helped take it from like an enthusiasm to like a straight up obsession. Liam B asks, what is your #1 coaster at Alton Towers and what is your #1 bucket list park? My favourite coaster at Alton Towers at the moment is Nemesis. Some trips it kind of goes back and forth, but I think overall Nemesis has got to be the #1. It's got the positive G's, it throws you around, it's got grey out moments, it has a ton of inversions. Like, I think overall that's probably the most exciting, and the throughput's super good as well, so you never have to queue for it that long. It's dead reliable. I think just overall, all round, it's probably the best coaster at Towers for me. And my #1 bucket list park at the moment is currently Energylandia in Poland. It's obviously got ZADRA, Hyperion, it's also got like 18 credits or something daft. A trip there will hopefully be happening in the next couple of years, we will see. But that's going to be my #1 bucket list at the moment, just because of the mass amount of coasters. I think it'd be a really good European park, not too expensive to go to, pretty easy to get to as well. So yeah, that's going to be the biggest bucket list one right now. Free Shabakadu asks,
is mayonnaise an instrument?
Amy asks, favourite memories of the season this year? Wow, there's a few. I think a really good one was riding Icon front row for the first time. Kind of made me fall in love with the ride. Walk on Big Thunder Mountain at 10 o'clock at night at Disneyland Paris in the pouring rain. It was just the best ride of experience I've ever had. It was absolutely brilliant, hilarious, the pictures were great, 10 out of 10. I'd say riding Untamed for the first time, because it was just completely something that I'd never done anything remotely like before. And I remember we were on the break run and I was just chanting to myself, #1, like. And also, of course, Deadbolt. I hope he's doing well. Check up on him for me. Just the day that we spent with Deadbolt doing ridiculous meme pictures, putting Landy.like, that's gotta be like up there. Now the Joy Sequence asks, what is one of your favourite and least favourite childhood memories? Hitting deep there. I think it's really hard to decide. I think one of my favourite would be going to Aqualand for the first time in Gran Canaria. It kind of made me realise that I wasn't just a little wuss, and I was always actually quite brave with water parks. Rode Tornado for the first time, which is still there, and I actually got to ride it again last year, which was like wholesome. Yeah, and I just remembered that really fondly, and it made me want to go out to more water parks and kind of led to Volcano Bay and all that. Least favourite? I'm gonna keep these like theme park related because I don't want to go too like heavy. But I would say riding Whirlwind at Camelot. It was my first ever roller coaster that I have memory of anyway. And I remember, you know, me and my mum purposely sat facing forward. We thought we'd stay facing forward. Second we got to the lift, flipped round backwards, spent the whole ride backwards, screaming for my life. I'm still pretty scared of spinning coasters now. It was absolutely traumatic, and it made me scared when I tried Runaway Mine Train, bawled my eyes out on that, and basically until I was about 21, made me really scared of roller coasters, so thanks Whirlwind. Now I have a very good question from Adam, the Joy Sequence again. He actually submitted this one on WhatsApp, and it's going to be a little bit of a lengthier question and a lengthier answer, but he asks, if Loschiavo Coasters was to be a new manufacturing company for roller coasters, what would its brand traits be, and what are 2 iconic coaster types that they would make on the portfolio kind of thing? So I've put a lot of thought into this, and I've even made like a little sticky note with all the details. So I might have sketches or references here, I don't know yet, see how dedicated I get. I would have 15 seat trains, so it'd be 6 rows of alternating between 2 and 3, kind of like stadium style, a little bit like B&M. Max style lap bars, like the pull down things. I find them secure, okay, they're comfortable. Padded headrests, I know that's like a given, but apparently some manufacturers don't know how to do that. And I would quite like sort of Intamin style track. Pictures here, because I'm not explaining this very well. And this would be my invert, so it would be full of inversions, a lot of swooping drops, couple helixes, and the reason I've kind of gone for that track type as well, I kind of want a bit of a rumble. Like, smooth rides are brilliant and everything, but I quite like how when you have an Intamin and you have lap bars as opposed to over the shoulder restraints, you get like this really intense rumble, and then you obviously have inverts that are full of positive Gs. I just want to make a really forceful, kind of like Nemesis but on steroids, with a lot more rumble and force to it and more comfortable restraints. My other coaster type would be the same train layout but obviously on top of the track, and it would be my Hyper. It would be very focused on ejector and also a few positive Gs, kind of a little bit inspired by Goliath at Wallaby Holland, but I would go with the Max style restraints again because I kind of found that actual lap bars were a little bit prone to bruising. And I'd also kind of focus on maybe putting inversions in there as well, just kind of having a really big range of inversions. And then the whole seating arrangement thing, it's kind of because I want everyone to kind of have that front row experience, especially on an invert where all you're looking at is the back of a seat. So that's my reasoning for that. I'm not just like doing it all weird. Coaster Element 8 asks, how did you start riding roller coasters? So I started off, like I said, with the one at Camelot, and then I rode Mine Train, all of which I was very scared of, and then in that group trip back in 2016 I forced myself to go on Runaway Mine Train again because I was a ballsy 21-year-old and kind of liked it, and it all just kind of spiraled from there. I ended up doing this series building up to Nemesis as a way to kind of, I don't know, push myself, motivate myself, and that kind of turned into me wanting to ride every roller coaster in every country possible. Ooh, Costa Virox asks, Untamed versus Goliath. That is a really tricky choice, but I just about picked Untamed over it. The only thing that beat it in was having inversions and hang time. Goliath is absolutely fantastic for force, speed, ejector, and grey out worthy positive forces, but I think Untamed, I didn't love the smoothness, weirdly, like it was almost too smooth. I wanted to be a little more scared, but yeah, I think the way it beat it was just with the mass amount of inversions and the weird sideways at a time. So yeah, Untamed takes that one just about. I've also been asked best theme park meme. That's gonna be a tough one, so I'm gonna have a look through my saved stuff and plant one here because goddamn there are so many. I think my favourite at the moment has got to be the Parliament one, being like a Coma madhouse. I can't get over how just like politics is just terrible at the moment, so like that's my kind of like pure trash humour. Free Shivakadu asks, what is the hottest roller coaster? I'm gonna say Oblivion. He's a bit of a thick boy. The old merchandise is extremely inappropriate, so yeah, I'm gonna say Oblivion. Otherwise, Wicker Man, because you know, literal flames. But yeah, oof. And the last question is from Cal, and he asks, favourite Twitter account within the community? Now that's hella hard. Like, some pages have really good factual stuff, some pages like take the mick out of stuff, some things keep me up to date. I think overall my favourite would be Gal Rides, because they make the funniest memes, they have great ride pictures, they're just relevant, full of vines and like the most trashy humour, which is exactly my kind of humour, like the worst memes, which are the best memes, like I think all around. But there are so many that I love, like following, talking to. I've made some great friends through Twitter, and of course that's why I'm doing this today. Thank you very much for watching, and this time in about a week and a half we will actually be going over to Scarefest, so we'll have some videos from that to be able to watch our first visit in about 3 years. We have a 2-day stay there as well, so we'll get to do plenty of stuff. And thank you very much for watching. Bye now.